Okay, so my clock's working properly. It's the right time. All I had to do was change the battery. Yay. Ancient technology. Not ancient. Ancient modern, I guess. I knew that was the issue anyway. Once I saw that it was behind and it was actually working. Because that clock's never been an issue. Anyway, there's a dude across the street mowing his lawn at 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I think there's some people that probably be pissed off about that. Don't want to sleep in on Saturdays. But since I'm not sleeping in, it's not really a big deal. It's just obnoxious. I don't know if you can hear it humming in the background here. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed till 3. Because last night, I actually, as of last night, I actually got my workout videos uploaded to YouTube all the way up till Thursday. So as of last night, I was only 1 day behind. So that means, So everything I did up until yesterday, other than yesterday, is actually up on YouTube now. So I'm happy about that. Damn it. I'm mad about that. Forgot to turn off the notifications. See, my regular phone, obviously I turn the notifications back on. These two, I don't, because they're only connected to the Wi-Fi. This one goes with me. The one that I have TikTok on goes with me during the day, and I use it just to play Spotify on my offline in my car when I'm working. That way I don't have to keep jumping back and forth because things. Because when my DoorDash goes, it's only DoorDash. When DoorDash goes off, it cuts off the music if DoorDash is not up front on the screen. Probably because the notification just goes off. It just keeps going off. It's like until I click it. So I think it's because it's multiple notifications going off at the same time. I think that might be why. So to avoid that, and also I have an LED sign that works off of Bluetooth that I use to jump between apps, depending on what I'm doing at that time. So that way I can basically leave my regular phone dedicated to just running the apps that I'm running, or if I'm not doing anything, playing on it. But obviously the notifications would go off on there because that's my regular phone, so I get every email, everything else. So these two are muted all times. So I'm rambling. I don't want to do leg day. I woke up with a headache. Yesterday I had a migraine. It finally went away around like 6 o'clock, 6:30, something like that, 7 o'clock. But it finally went away. I woke up this morning. I was like, crap, because I slept wrong yesterday. I fell asleep on the couch like I shouldn't have, and I woke up like all cringing like this. So I had a stiff neck. I'll shoot them all, hang me out. Today I went to bed. Last night I went to bed, and I woke up with a little bit of headache, took some Excedrin, chilled for a bit, had a protein bar, and it's kind of fading off right now. So nice thing is I don't really think I have anything. I don't really have anything that I have to bend over for. And the reason I say that is because if you get headaches and migraines, you bend over like as much as possible. It puts more pressure in the head and just kind of. Anyway. So yeah, I have yesterday and today to upload to YouTube. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm only 2 days behind. I think I'm doing pretty good. So I think that's not a big deal. I'm not going to I don't need to try to rush and get like 3 or 4 of them done a day anymore. I can actually just, you know, pop them in as needed. As long as I continue to get maybe one a day, one every couple days, well, that'll put me behind. Or if I can do one every so often. Water. No, it's fine. Never mind. I thought the water tasted funny, but it didn't. Probably morning breath, talking into the cup. It's a nice thing too. I don't have to worry about all that morning. Make sure I'm all ready to go to the gym. Brush my teeth until after I eat breakfast, which would be after this. And shower. I didn't shower since I did my workout yesterday, and I worked all night. Do all that afterwards and not worry about anybody being offended by the way I smell. I don't smell. I don't smell. My breath probably smells though. Just got this morning breath. See, I'm stalling. I am literally stalling. No, there was something I wanted to say. I just keep rambling. I don't know why. Got all the videos taken care of. Updates. If any of you noticed, if you jumped on my TikTok or my YouTube, I put some like highlight reels up. It's really not a highlight reel. I call it a highlight reel. Basically, it's just about two and a half minutes of me working out. I flipped it down to about 2 seconds of each exercise. You know, like 2 seconds of the cardio, 2 seconds, you know, me doing like one bench press, one slide, one incline, you get the picture. But it shows every exercise that I'm doing. It takes about 2.5 minutes. I'm going to do that once a week. So it just goes through the whole week. And make sure I have a 2-second clip of every exercise that I do on those. So I got week 1 and week 2 up on my YouTube, up on my TikToks. Of course, YouTube gave me copyright claims because I used the same audio that I used on TikTok. So I just used one of their sounds instead of just what I should have done. What I should have done was I could have just posted it to TikTok with the sound that I could use off the TikTok, because obviously you have sounds to use. And then I could have just used one of the songs in my audio, the playlist that I got on my phone, the YouTube audio library, and just use something like that. But I kind of liked the sounds that I had on there, so. But not blocked, just I can't make any money off them. I can't make money off anything right now because I don't have enough followers. It used to be you could just make money off your videos if you had enough views, if you monetized your videos. I said it right that time. My son keeps making fun of me. I talk about it, I keep saying monetize instead of monetize. And he laughs at me every time. He goes, I wish I could make things more your day. But yeah, now you gotta have like 1,000 followers to monetize anything, supposedly, on YouTube. Whatever. And hey, if I don't make money, if they're just highlight reel, I'm not doing this to make money. If I can make money off it, great, that'd be awesome. I'm not gonna complain about it. That'd be freaking awesome. But if like those highlight reels, if I don't make any money off them, it inspires other people to get off their ass. Just for an example, one of my mutuals on the hell's this thing called TikTok, One of my mutuals on TikTok actually messaged me yesterday after seeing one of my highlight reels, wanting to know more about what I'm doing. So they are working. So awesome. So the purposes behind what I'm doing is actually working, because there's obviously, I said I had two purposes. I'm stalling like crazy. I'm trying to let my head get into gear here, and after taking some Excedrin, so if I do stuff, it'll kind of help the funkiness go away, I guess, from waking up and taking some Excedrin first thing in the morning. Goals. The point of me doing all this, the point of me live streaming this, is to hold myself accountable, because I can almost guarantee you, if I wasn't live streaming this, I wouldn't be coming down here and making sure I'm doing this every day, because I'm honestly, I'm like, shit, if I don't get down here and somebody's waiting for me to get down here, you know, I don't know, it makes me feel a little more accountable to make sure I get down here and do it more responsible. I feel more like I have some responsibility to come down here and do this, even though I only have a few people that watch it and jump in. So there's that. And two, I mean, the reason why I'm doing it on multiple platforms is the only people who knew that I was going to start live streaming were on TikTok, because that's where I posted the video saying I'm going to start live streaming. Then I was like, you know what? I can live stream on multiple platforms. So me live streaming on multiple platforms is more for other people to see somebody average or a little below average doing something. Somebody who looks like them, maybe better than them, maybe worse than them, saying, hey, you can do it too. You don't have to be Mr. Perfect to make workout videos. You don't have to be Mr. Perfect to work out. You just have to work out. So if other people jump in and see that, you know, maybe it will inspire them to do their own routine, find a routine that fits them, do my routine, or at least part of my routine. Coda, if you're watching, I sent you the video that explains my routine. Just a heads up, I know you're in better shape than I am. At least looks like from your videos. The workout that I did 8 years ago, if you just take the portion, the 3 of 10, and the reverse pyramid, that's all I did last time with some extra cardio. So if you're looking to kind of jump start, I think you just kind of need to tone down maybe. If you do that 3-4 months, obviously a 6-day week, and a couple cardios on top of that, 3 or 4 cardios at night, in 3 or 4 months, that'll slim you down real quick. But if you're looking more for something to give you a habit, it starts you off, because if you don't remember, I don't know where to start, I don't know what weights I need to use, then you can start off how I'm doing it. Like I said, the reason why I started where I am twofold. One, I haven't worked out in forever. I have charts everywhere. I have charts from the last time I came down here. This was, I even dated them. There's dates on here. I didn't date these ones. But these ones I did, because I wanted to keep track of everything. So this is September. This is fall of 2019. This is actually when I hurt my elbow. This is when I screwed everything up. So it was 2019. Maybe it was 2020. Maybe I just didn't change it. I don't know. I have more charts, probably. in that drawer from years ago. This is P90X chest. This is P90X. Yeah, chest and back. That's well, it's P90X charts from years ago too. I have charts all over the place. Told you I start and stop this shit all the time. Now, here's where me and my son did it. I don't know if you can. You probably can't see it. It says Dad on the top. Me and my son did the. This is the reverse pyramid one. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's five sets here. Just for example, this wide lat pull down. We were using that machine. I started off with 100, got to 4 pounds. Just this week 100, 4 pounds. Dropped it to 90, did 8 reps. 100 pounds of resistance, 4 reps. Dropped to 90 and did 8 reps. Dropped to 80, did 11 reps. Dropped to 70, did 14 reps. Dropped to 60, did 20. That's how a reverse pyramid works, by the way. You start with your near max, near 1 rep max. I have a clipboard upstairs that has a chart on the back. That I tape to the back to calculate your 1 rep max. Because I don't have anybody here to spot me. I can't do my 1 rep max at home. Find out exactly what my 1 rep max is. But I found something online that calculates roughly, it's not going to be probably exact, but roughly what your 1 rep max will be based off what you can do in a normal 8 to 10 rep set. So, which I believe is supposed to be roughly about 70% of your max. So, if I'm doing 70 pounds, just for an example, if I'm doing 70 pounds on something and I can just barely push out 8 or 9, maybe 10 reps, that would be 70% of my max. And then 100% would be 100 pounds would be my max. I think. Hold on, I'll see if I grab that chart. I'll grab that chart. So guess what? I lied. It's not there. It's not on that one. But I think I just saw it. Could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. I did not just see it. I have stuff over here. I think Twitch can see all this crap that's over here. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know. I could have swore it was on this one. Anyway, I made a chart. It's somewhere. So yeah. So if you don't know where to start, my workout program starting 1 of 30. It's a good place to start because you can be like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I can lift 20 pounds, 30 times. I'm pretty sure I can lift 4 or 5 pounds, 5, 6 pounds, 5, 8 pounds, 30 times. And then you just go from there. And then next thing you know, you're just bumping up weights every time. And then when you move into actual real sets of workouts, you know exactly where you need to be to do 3 sets of 10 or 5 sets of 15 or whatever. There's a bodybuilder that put out a program where he does 5 sets of 15. So he's using like lightweight for him. A little lighter because he's still got to do 5 sets. But he's doing like 15 reps. And he's coming back and he's just getting like a minute rest, come back, doing 5. Another set of 15. I tried that. That's a bitch. It's hard. It takes forever too. Hard. It's hard. And I am still stalling. I'm done stalling. I'm done stalling. We just start. It's leg day, part 2. Last day to work out this week. Then we've got the stretch on Sunday, tomorrow. Stretching on Sunday. I know I said I'm going to do my own stretch this time, but I think I'm going to try something off of YouTube. This DVD player is connected to the internet as well, so I can pop YouTube up on there. Let's see if I can find one on there. Hopefully, I won't get flagged for copyright shit for using it. I'll make sure I link to the whatever video I'm watching in the description. But I don't know. I have the charts to walk me through what I'm doing. That's easy. It's just boom, boom, they're right there. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something. Either way, I'm gonna stretch on Sunday tomorrow, and it's not going to be the P90X stretch. It's not going to be the Turbo Fire stretch 40. I didn't feel like I got a good stretch out of them. P90X got a better stretch than the Turbo 40. Turbo 40 or stretch, whatever, Turbo Fire stretch 40. I got more of a nice overall relaxation feel because of the yoga-ish aspect of it. Because it was mostly that, but I don't feel like I got a good stretch. I don't know. So I'm going to try somebody else's stretch and see what they got. And if I don't like that, I will create my own stretch routine to do. But I like the yoga aspect of warming up before the stretch. That they both do. It's like that. I need to do this a little bit. I don't know why I'm wasting so much time. Just rambling. Wasting time. Alright, so for the YouTube video, I think I'm going to make sure I put the time in there that I actually start working out, so you can fast forward to it if you're trying to watch it. If you're watching me, make sure microphone is on. It is recording. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We're going to do the learn and burn section of the Turbo Jam video. That's the other thing. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I just realized it's on the wrong. It highlighted the wrong one. That's the one I want. I saw it when it clicked. Okay. I'm done chit-chatting. Talking to myself anyway.
Hi guys, I'm Shalene Johnson. Welcome to the Turbo Jam Learn and Burn. Now you've already learned the Elite 11. Now we're going to put together and burn some big time calories. But before we do, I get to introduce you to my crew. This is the Turbo team. Say hi. Those are your new friends. And our girl from the south, Mindy, is going to show you how to keep everything low in depth. Keep your eye on her for modifications. And so will my friend for a very long time, Miss Anarita. You guys ready? Start with your tuck. So tailbone under and release. Just as a reminder, your shoulder blades are back against the wall, and the tuck happens from the belly button down and release. You do that again. Tuck. Now we're going to maintain it and move, double bob, and tap. We call this a double bob and weave. In step touch. We're going to call it a double bob and weave and stay nice and low in that tucked position. Let's add the guard up. So hands are here, and we're still maintaining the tuck as we move side to side in our bob and weave. Good job, guys. Now, think of this as your protection, protecting your face from an incoming jab or an incoming cross. Let's add a jab, so you come to me with a punch. Right out front. Good. I'd say maybe just about your chin height, or just above your chest to learn that. Have good control of the elbow, not locking out. Single jabs. Now down up, start to use the legs. This is where we burn the calories. And this is where you can really see the bob and weave, just like you do in boxing. We've got good control of those elbows, though. You've got your thumb wrapped around the outside of your fist. Let's do a cross punch across the body. Now, because it's coming across your body, you're rotating your hips to the opposite wall, and that's why this can be such a powerful punch. Single crosses, down and up. Keep your shoulders low, away from your ears. Stay relaxed and enjoy yourself. You guys have fun? Good. We're going to have a great time today. I'm glad you've joined us. Let's do the same thing, double bob, this time with a hook punch. Hook. Now my elbow's at 90 degrees, if you can see that. And with turbo jam, we keep the knuckles down. There's lots of different ways to do a hook. This is how we do it. You guys ready? Single hooks down and up. Imagine you're sliding your arm across the top of a table. That's perfect. You can see those papers flying everywhere. If it's my desk, it's always cluttered. But it's organized disorganization. You guys ready? Double bob, now uppercut. Up, out, and away from your own face. Like there's someone standing maybe 2 feet away from you. So it's a 45-degree angle. Not too close to your own face. You gotta be careful. Single uppercut. Up, out, and away. Repeat those words. Up, out, and away. Good job. That burns more calories. It's a little safer on the joints. Much safer for your face. All right, take it back to attack, guys. Very nice job. The next move is called the wheel. Essential that you're in the tuck position. Remember, I need you standing up tall, your tailbone underneath. Keep your eye out on Mindy or on Rita if you want to see how to modify this. Hands up. Good. Now hands back to your hips. The wider you take your arms, the tougher this is. Wide is tough. Narrow is a little easier. Perfect, guys. Now let's shake it. This is called the shake and shed with a jab. And I don't want you to think about it too much. Just groove to that music and it'll happen. Keep your tuck going and you'll serve the purpose that we're looking for, which is tight abs with the shake and shed. Let's go back to the wheel. Put these two pieces together. Shake and shed, tuck, jab. Wheel again. Keep the tailbone underneath, shoulders back. Shake it, baby. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Good, let's do it again. Wheel. Nice. Shake and shed. This time give you a hook. Oh yeah, baby. Wheel. Arms wide. Shake it, shake it. Nice job. Now let's pump it. You ready? Pump. Now if you have figured out, the pump is really like the tough release, tough release. You gotta feel that beat. Pump, 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 pump. Come on, guys, let's go. Hey. Can we put it together? Try. Here we go. Wheel. Start small. Shake and shed. Cool. Wheel again. You know what's coming next, don't you? Okay, now pump it. Make it small to start. Good. Do it again. Wheel. Shake and shed. Ooh, we're gonna shed those pounds, baby. Wheel, this stuff works. It really does. Now pump it. Mindy, you lost 45 pounds, right, girl? Now clap it out. Hey, I think that's cause for celebration. On Rita, she's keeping everything low. She's lost over 70 pounds. You're gonna have some fun. All right, guys, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna put together some of the knees with the illegal 11 moves that we've already learned and burn some more calories. Because I'm in the mood to sweat. Are you? Okay, guys, let's march, clean, and knee strike. Now, in the strike, your arms are up overhead. And you're pulling your arms past your knees. So march. 1, 2, 3, knee. Roll with it. Let's go. Big arms. And march. 1, 2, 3, knee. Okay, do it again for me. Step, row. Now march. Last time, row. Big arms. There you go. Full arms and march. Okay, guys, now the twist, but without the knee. It's jab, cross, jab, tap. And this is a good way to learn it to begin with. When you feel comfortable, you can add that knee. If you want to modify things, this is a great way to keep it lower impact too. Here we go, let's add that knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. Up, lift that knee up, guys. Come on, fellas. Pull. There it is, come on. I think we should add this with a row. You guys ready? Row. Step forward and twist again. Turbo twist, row. How nice is that? It just feels good. Just remember you're stepping forward into that twist. Let's try it again. Twist, row. Very nice. Do it again. Twist and row. Again, twist and row. One more time. Nice. Okay. March it out. Beautiful job. A little bit of that capoeira stuff I love. Remember though, it starts with the march and then you take the right foot back. Step and just back a little bit. Think of it as a march. Now we're going to add the arms, a small figure 8. Coming down next to your left leg. Small figure 8. You got it. Let's do it again. A little bigger if you're ready. Throw like you're grabbing someone. Forearm down. Good. You got it. 2 more. Last one, guys. Let's cross. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crunch. Crunch. Do that little crunch again. Tight. Tight. This is where the standing ab work comes in. You're working your abs because you've got that tuck in place, right? Make it a little quicker. We'll do a zigzag. Zigzag. Do it again. Crosses. Zigzag. Are you standing tall? Shoulder blades back, abs in. Tuck in place. Hup, hup. Good. Then let's add the knee. Come on, baby doll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Zigzag knee. Hup. Yeah, you can keep it low as you want. This is a learn and burn. You can do it as many times or move on. Jab, cross, tap. Good. Just tap that toe. Do the same thing. Other side of your body. Everything's always even. Everything works out equal. You guys ready? Okay. So now we have the knee. Lift it up. So ladies, how you doing? Nice. Hey, did I tell you that's my sister? That's my baby sister. Say hi, Janelle. Nice job, guys. We're gonna row next time. Twist, now row. Hey, oh, twist. Are you getting this? You will. We use a lot of the same moves, so it's become second nature to you. You'll just enjoy the music, enjoy the workout. Do it again. Row. Beautiful. And again. Row it. Perfect. Can you feel that in your abs? Squeeze the glutes. The core is always engaged. Let's march it left. 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 Go lower than you normally would march. Feet wider. Low center of gravity. Tailbone under. Shoulder blades back. We start to step back with your left foot. Back. Back. Good. Now add the arms. Nice. Small to begin with. Wait till you're ready to really throw somebody. Ah, good. Ah. Give me 4 more. We'll make it there. 4. We're doing it together. 3, 2. Now let's cross. Let's cross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crunch. Crunch. Feel that in your obliques. Side of the abs. Come on, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crunch. Crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hear you, girl. Ladies, do it again. Hup, 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 hup. We're gonna do the zigzag now. 4 punches. Zigzag. Make it small to begin with. Okay, the movement gets bigger as you get more comfortable. Not the first time out of the gates. Again. We're gonna add the knee. Last time, guys. Zigzag knee. Lift it up. Up. jump rope throughout the workout, and I want you to be able to keep up with us, but not impact those knees. All right, we're going to move on right away. And in this section, you're going to see some kicks. And that's why it's very important that we practice the W. Remember the W? All right, step touch, guys. Add the clap. Now bring your hands up in your guard position. And remember that your W is always between you and your imaginary opponent. So when we move to the right, let's go. Hands are up. Clap in between. And go the other way. Stay nice and low for me. Okay, let's do that again. W is up. Work on getting those fists nice and strong. Elbow back behind the rib cage. Good. Do it again. And we're going to start off right away with a side push kick. So keep your hands over here on the left and march right. 1, 2, 3, side push. Good. Begin low. So it's as if you're aiming for someone's knee or their ankle. It's a crushing side push kick. And the knee actually comes in toward your chest and pushes away. Let's try it again. Now height is not important. I repeat, it is not important. What is important is that your technique is sound. So work on that before you add those high kicks. You guys ready? I think we'll slow it down so you can see what I'm talking about. In, push. In, push. In, push. And that kick actually pushes. It's the type of kick you would use to push someone away from you. Think of pushing away. Now march and let's practice it. Side push kick. Good. These are things you're going to work on. The more you do the routine, it'll just come second nature to you. Belly button aims toward the floor slightly. Buns are up in the air a little bit. Let's do this kick now to the back of the room. You're aiming at the back corners. Nice. Do it again now. Our back push kick is really a modification on what those of you who have done Taekwondo do. But you probably picked up already that it's the same kick as the side push kick. We're just aiming it at a different target toward the back of the room. This is safer because you're going to do a lot of kicks, and it also really works the glutes. Are you guys ready? Let's do march 3 knee, hands in front, knee. Good. Knee. See how my hands change position? Yeah, baby. So when my left knee lifts, my left fist is in front. Perfect. We're setting up for that front push kick. Push like you're pushing through a door. Good. So it's not a snap kick. Imagine you've got a bag full of groceries in your arms, and you need to push the door open. You've done that before. Same type of kick. You kick with the ball of your foot. Let's slow it down. Push. Push like you're stepping on a brake pedal. Push. Push. Good. Push. Never snap the knee. Have good control through the quadriceps. You guys, let's practice front push kick. Nice job. That's all it is practice. And you can do this as often as you like. Rewind it. Start it over if you didn't get the kick. Watch it until you feel very comfortable with your technique. All right, guys, clap it out. Beautiful. All right, that was the serious stuff. Now let's do some fun stuff. Remember that 7 step? Just like you see the bands in the South do at the football games, halftime shows, we do a little 7 step. All right, now keep it in place small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hands are just kind of pumping. Just learn the footwork first. Hands will come later. Now we're going to travel with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On that 7, I'm lifting up my W. You can keep your hands on your hips if you want. Lift up your hip bone. Go! Let's march into a roundhouse. Roundhouse nice and low. So, if you're learning this for the first time, I want you to aim as though you're trying to hit someone in the calf muscle. Low. And with the top of your shoelaces, I'm going to slow it down for you. In, slap. Lift, slap. Notice that my knee is back behind my hip. This kick doesn't push. It slaps. Slap. Slap. March. Roundhouse, stay low. Yeah, where's your W? It's over here, right? Now it's over here. Hup. Good. Nice. Nice and controlled. Good job, you guys. Clap it out. Hey! Don't worry about being perfect. All this stuff's going to come to you. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Back to the menu. Then turn it off. My kicks look super sloppy in there. Not worried about it. My kicks are not doing anything abnormal that's going to cause any injury or issues by doing them that way. Still getting me warmed up, still burning calories. Considering I've been in and out of martial arts since I was 7, I know how to throw a kick properly. And I'm not worried about throwing proper kicks in a video I'm using just for warming up. So, yeah. Just saying. Oh, and I thought about it. I think that chart was on the back of the clipboard. I don't know what he did, but he slammed it down. He wasn't mad or anything. I think he just kind of tossed it at something. Like tossed it at a surface, and it missed the surface at the corner, and it broke. I think that's the one that had my chart on the back. So, but anyway, I'm going to look that up again. I don't know if I still have it saved. I probably don't have it saved. Because if I do, it's probably on one of my... Hopefully it would be on the black laptop, not the red one. Red one. Dell has a black screen of that. Can't get on there. Toshiba still works. I don't think it's saved in my I don't think it's saved to my Google Drive or OneDrive, whatever the hell Microsoft calls theirs. Microsoft? Yeah, it's Microsoft. Don't think it's saved to there. It might be. I don't know. Anyway, this headache's not quite going away. Still got a little bit like this right here. It's like, Anyway, we're gonna work through it. It's not a debilitating one. It's more of an annoyance than anything else. It's like more like just, God, it's so irritating. It's slightly painful, but irritating. I get them where like they did I have to stop working. You can see I'm fancy. Put my thumb out, my pinky out. I don't know why I do that. It's just I do. I'm not doing it to be fancy. I'm not doing it to be funny. I'm just so yeah, I do get migraines occasionally, just to let you know, in case for some reason I actually don't get down here. That could be why. Is because I got one that's just knocking on my ass, and I just can't get up off the couch, so or the bed. Yeah, but that's not one of them. I have somebody over here talking to me, probably yelling at me for talking too much and not actually doing my workout. Kung Fu shirt, Mantis, yes. I was only in there for a few months. And then, what happened? I was only there for a few months. I think it was money issues, where I started working. Another thing where I switched jobs. Yeah, I switched jobs, and this job was busier, and I was not getting out of work on time, even though we were supposed to be done by 6. That's what it was. We closed at 6 every day, but we weren't leaving at 6. There's no way we're out at 6. The job I had before that, it was the same job, I was a service advisor at a camper dealership. We closed at 6, Monday through Saturday. But we would rotate, me and the other guy. There was only 2 of us. It was a small business. It was a family business. There was only 2 of us. So we would rotate. One of us would leave at 5, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the other one would leave at 5 on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And then we would reverse that like the next month or something. So if we needed to, but if we didn't need to, we just kept the same. We liked our schedule. So since that was Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m., me getting out at 5 o'clock worked. But since I switched to what I thought was going to be a better paying job at a corporate dealership, I got out later and I couldn't make it to the classes. Still had the shirts, and I would like to get back into it. I also want to finish my Ishinryu. That was what I started when I was a kid. I did Ishinryu karate as a kid. We had one right down the street from right around the corner. I could walk there. I could walk there faster than I could walk to school. Back when kids walked to school. It was Ishinryu. I got to blue belt. And then my parents pulled me out for some reason, I think. Oh yeah. Horsing around with one of the other kids, the babysitters, because we went to a babysitter, me and my brother. And there was another kid there who was also in class, who basically had something, I think he had something in his hand. We were sitting next to each other. I remember this because it pissed me off so much. Sitting next to each other, and he kind of went like this with it to me, and I just kind of went like this. I kind of threw up not a real head block or side block, but kind of an in-between to block it, but he kind of threw himself into it, and my fist hit his nose. But he was trying to, I don't know if he was actually trying to hit me, or probably wasn't. We didn't not like each other. Probably just goofing around, but I did that. It was a complete and utter accident. Yet, he didn't want to get in trouble because the babysitter was a little mean side. She wasn't, but she was. She was loud, and she was big. Not like, obviously we were kids, so she was taller than my mom. My mom was 5'1". She was like my height, so she's not big to a 7-year-old. But she was like loud, and she would yell at her husband and stuff all the time. She was one of those ladies, So she's like, So he didn't want to get in trouble, so he said, I just hit him. So I got suspended for like 2 weeks. My dad, for the first time, comes down and takes me down there because my mom wasn't available, and he wants to see me go. And I'm doing nothing but standing on the corner like this because I got suspended from class. And then he pulled me out, I think that's what happened. So there was that. Then I took Kwamakan when I was older. I got my kids into it, to Kwamakan, and the teacher told me, he goes, I started at like a white belt, because it's been a while. And I had the other adult white belts. He goes, you're not new at this, are you? I'm like, no. And I moved up like quick, and then he goes, I can make you a black belt right now, but I want you to have a little more experience and get the katas down and everything else. But I never finished it because, again, switch jobs. It kind of happens when you're stuck paying child support and living by yourself. You got to take whatever job you think is going to pay better, and next thing I know, I'm working 12-hour days and can't go again. I also took a little bit of Shang Chung, Ho Chun. I don't know. It was some Chinese wrestling. I can't remember what it was called. I only took that for a little bit. I jumped into this also for a little bit. And also, I did some judo and some jiu-jitsu and stuff. I was never good at wrestling, grappling and stuff like that. I don't know why. I was never good at that. So my joke was always like the judo guy, the really good judo guy, jiu-jitsu guy. If he took me down, I was done like that. but he had a hell of a time getting me down. I had to make one big. If we were practicing judo, he'd get me down like that. If we were doing like combination, you know, kind of MMA type thing, he couldn't get me down unless I made a real big boo-boo. All right. Anyway, I need to turn the music on, turn the speaker on. So yeah, Mantis style is really cool. A lot of cool stuff in there. I kind of want to get back into it. Teacher's awesome. Just I ran out of time. I have time now. I have all the time in the world now. But I need to get money situation settled before I start spending extra on other stuff. So, which is why I do not have a seated calf machine, which is the next thing I'm going to buy down here. I'm going to need that before I do my supersets, seated calf machine. Because I thought about it. I can go through my legs just fine, but there's no way I'm going to be able to do my calf raises and move everything over, get all these pieces set together, and do my seated calf raises, and then move all this shit back and do my squats. You know, it's going to take way too much time. You know, I can have my squat set up, I can have my calf raise set up, I have my dip belt, put my dip belt right here with the weight I need, pick it up, put it on, put it back on, and it's like an extra few seconds to throw the dip belt on, you know. But I have to do a complete another setup with all these wood planks and stuff to get that. So I need a calf raise machine. I would like to have the actual standing calf raise machine, but that's not that dire, because the dip belt and thing that takes 2 seconds. Seated calf raise machine, I can put right back in the corner. Great. Anyway, money situation has to be fixed before I buy anything else. So I got things that I have that I needed. I shouldn't have bought that thing, but it's $230, but I needed it. I didn't need it. I could have used that still. I wanted it, so I bought it. I'm happy that I bought it. I'm disappointed in a few issues with it, but it's not a bad machine at all. I don't like that this isn't open here, so that the cable can be, I can use the cable out this way. I don't like that. I wish that was open. I wish there was a pad here, but then again, I opted for the cheaper version that didn't have the pad. But it was an extra $100. Like you get the pad and you got a cable that came through here, so you could I don't know, you have a cable here. It's an extra $100. Like I don't need that extra stuff. But that cable there wouldn't help me do my cable pull downs. So yeah, I wanted to wait. I've been wanting that for a while, so I got that. Seated calf raises I can handle for the next 6 months before I have to do supersets. Then I can probably spend the $200 to get a seated calf raise machine. That's seems to be ones that got decent reviews for cheaper prices on Amazon. So, which by the way is on my Amazon wish list. Just saying. So is the standing one for $800. I'm not asking you to buy anybody to buy anything, but if you want to, I'm not going to say no. I will say thank you very, very much, and I'll give you a shout out. Amazon wish list is attached to my TikTok. Anyway, you don't buy me anything. I'm not worth buying anything for. I'm not doing anything special. So. That was a rant for no reason, just because someone mentioned the Mantis thing. I went, woo, about getting money. So, yeah, anyway, I still have to pay my taxes from this year. I had to set up a payment plan because everything got wrong with my frickin' truck. I had a Benz. I was door-dashing and Ubering and all the other shit in a tiny little C300. The thing was a tank, except when it got hit by somebody who didn't know how to make a freaking left-hand turn. Literally, I'm like all the way over here on the corner of this wide-ass street. She had all that room, her car is about this wide, plenty, all this room to make a left-hand turn, and she would be nowhere near me. Yet she makes a left-hand turn like this, like as tight as you can possibly get, and then just takes out my whole front end. Totaled my car. And then I had like 3 days to buy something. And I'm like, I need something with a little more room. The only thing that I could find that was decently priced in my price range was a Ford Flex. It had room. So I buy it and immediately had problems. Of course, it was as is. So I honestly believe I spent rough in gas, maintenance, repairs, obviously my insurance and my car washes and whatever, everything that I can claim under mileage. I don't know if you're familiar with how that works. You can claim your mileage for your business if you're using business, or you can claim gas, maintenance, repairs, car insurance, car washes, all that other stuff, normal operation stuff with your vehicle. Whichever is greater. I think the first year you have to claim mileage, but it's a different story, whatever. I added it all up, and I think I was just about the same. I made out not very well this year, but with the Mercedes-Benz, I made out just fine. It was gas and maintenance. And maintenance is not expensive. It is, but it isn't. I spent like $250 on regular maintenance every 6 months. It wasn't anything big. Tire repairs, new tires. Other than that, I made out much better off the mileage. But it was kind of like iffy, about the same last year. So I spent pretty much what I paid for the vehicle, almost what I paid for the vehicle, in repairs and maintenance, but a lot of repairs on that vehicle last year. Vehicle was like $7,000 sticker. I probably put like $5,000 to $6,000 in repairs and maintenance in that vehicle just last year. So, I'm not happy. I like the vehicle for the most part, but I'm not happy. So I couldn't set aside money to pay my taxes because I kept putting it into the damn vehicle. So that sucks. So I have $6,000 worth of taxes to pay by the October because I got an 6-month extension on I'm paying them. $6,600, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, that's the downside of working for yourself. You either got to pay quarterly to help keep it down. Hopefully you pay enough that you only got to make a little payment at the end of the year. You're supposed to pay quarterly, or you pay a fee at the end, which is not big. It was like an $88 fee for not filing quarterly. It wasn't a big deal. This is not what my life is about. This is my life about working out, not my money issues. So yeah, anyway, I have too much money that I have to spend on legit shit to get back into the martial arts that I want to get back into. And I want to get a little more into shape again before I get back. I know it's kind of a cardio thing and stuff like that, but where I'm at martial art wise, I would like to be back in shape so I can do what I know that I can do in martial arts before I get back into martial arts. And like I said, I got to get things straightened out again. So if I can get my money situation straightened out, definitely love to get back into there. So, and get the extra beats, the equipment that I need. At least the one. I am not doing what I'm supposed to today. It's been an hour because whatchamacallit, Instagram just turned off. See, this is what happens when I stay up too late and get up early, and then I have a bit of a migraine, and I take some Excedrin and stuff, you know, acting stupid, I don't want to do anything, and I talk too much. It's like when you're drunk. You know, you're drunk, you just start yapping. I do that when I'm tired, when I wake up early. So I'm a night owl, but I'm a morning person. How's that possible? I don't like to go to bed on time, even though I will start passing out. I'm like, I'm not ready to go to bed yet. But I'm a morning person. If I wake up, even if I wake up without any sleep, I'm still a morning person, even though I'm kind of half groggy. So, enough chit-chat. Enough chit-chatting. I have 6 exercises to do. I have 6 exercises to do. Front squats. The barbell's up front instead of on your back. Cable kickbacks on the machine. Leg abductors and leg adductors. Barbell hip raises and donkey calf raises. Now, I want to reiterate the fact that you don't need a machine to do the cable kickbacks, the abductors, and the adductors. They help, and then you can do more weights. But have you ever seen like those old school aerobic videos, or probably some of the new ones? They lay down on the floor. You know, they're laying on the floor. They're all stretched out, and then they're just kind of doing these thigh things. That's the abductors right there. So if they're laying down here, you know, doing this, they're doing abductor work. You know, then they'll switch. They might do this. That's adductors. Bring it back this way. So you can do that. And I'm sure you've seen them down here doing these donkey kicks, or whatever you call them. That's the same thing. The cable kickbacks are going to work. Or you can get ankle weight. Well, you can use ankle weights doing that too. And then you can just stand against the wall or here, and then you can just swing your leg back. You might not even need weights, depending on what you know, where you're at. So it's exactly what I'm doing on the machine right there. Do that enough, you don't even need weights. But you can use ankle weights for that. Same thing here. You can do abductors, just like this. No different than what I'm doing on the machine. The only difference is you're going to have the adductors here, because you're not going to get anything here. All you're going to do is you're bringing your leg up like this, get an ankle weight on. You're just doing an adductor there. Abductor there. So you're kind of starting here, which is fine. Get an ankle weight on, you can stand up and do them like this, or you can do them like this, or you can do both, and that'll take care of those 3 exercises there. So if you don't have a resistance machine, cable machine, a lat machine, anything like that, you can get a couple ankle weights, which you can get at Walmart for what, 10, 15, 20 bucks, depending on how much they weigh. You can get those there and do that too. So you don't need a lot of fancy equipment to do everything. Even though I'm sitting there saying I need this equipment, but I'm kind of showing you here you don't have to, because with the seated calf raises, which I'm not doing today, and the donkey calf raises, which I am doing today, which I'm going to be using a dip belt on a homemade calf raise platform. So again, you can make things work if you don't have the money to spend on what you need. Have you seen those videos of people in like Africa and South America where they're using concrete blocks on bamboo sticks or something or other? You know, you've seen those. Homemade bench press machines. They have homemade weights. Technically, you don't even need weights. You can do whatever you can outside. You can find things. You can throw tires around and do CrossFit. CrossFit works. CrossFit does stuff. It's just people don't like the way they do things. Like when you watch a guy do pull-ups like this, you know, he's using his momentum as opposed to his muscles to pull him up. He's not really doing pull-ups, but he's doing work. Throwing tires around, that's work. I probably couldn't make it through a CrossFit class. But I'm not going to sit there and be like I brag. Yeah, CrossFit. You CrossFit, I CrossFit. I know that's like the biggest joke. Vegans, vapors, and CrossFitters. What if you had a vegan vaping CrossFitter who's also a Karen? That'd be scary. That'd be the scariest thing ever. That is like a horror film. Somebody make that into a little horror film. If I have any people who do like independent, small, short movies, you need to make a horror character who is a vegan vaping CrossFitting Karen. Or a vegan vapor versus a CrossFitting Karen. I have stupid ideas. But stupid ideas get made into movies. If you have not seen it, you need to go watch the trailer on Amazon for Llamageddon. You know, llama. Happy llama, sad llama, mad llama. Llamageddon, like Armageddon. I don't know how these movies get on Amazon. And then Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. Go watch those trailers. Oh, and my son and his friends like Thanksgiving? I think is what it's called. He thinks that, I think he watched it, but he'll laughs his ass off the trailer. They're just these like really super like low budget, like the camcorder that I'm using over here, quality type movies with just regular natural lighting. So like people will like, it'll be bright as fuck outside, you know, and they'll be filming, and then obviously you see some pale ass white face that's just has the light reflecting off them, you know, you can't even see the features of their face, and they're like squinting, they're like, what? And the acting's terrible. Anyway, I don't know how this is going to Amazon, but you're going to laugh your ass off at that, I guarantee you, at the Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. I did. I thought it was hilarious. The trailer. I'm not watching the movie. I'm not giving them the benefit of watching that trash. But if you want to, if you like this stuff, anyway. Okay. I'm done. See, I should have just waited to come down here until I was like fully ready to come down here awake. That's why I'm talking so much. I'm not like ready to work out today. Alright, done fucking around. I need to get this done because I think I have to hit the grocery store before I start working today. I know it's Saturday. Saturdays, I'm going to sit on my ass in my car until like 1, 2 o'clock before it gets busy. So I might as well get this shit done, hit the grocery store if I need a few things, and then go to work. But I need to make sure I get it done. So anyway, I think all that rambling I just did is going to get cut out of this video for YouTube. That's kind of... maybe. Nah, I'll just put prompts. I'll put prompts on this one because I should have done that in the other ones where I talked too much. Yeah. Anyway, make sure I have no more comments and distract me. Alright, so front squats. We did 0 pounds the last 2 weeks. We're doing 0 pounds again, so I need my handy dandy broomstick. Oh, you have been following me, and I think I kind of explained it earlier. If you have been following me, this is a more of a cardio designed workout. I just did my warm up like 45 minutes ago because I talked too much, so I'm not warmed up anymore. But we're just going to continue. So everything is light, 0 to light weights right now, and we're just moving up as we feel like it. 1 rep. 30 reps, 1 set. Alright, so 0 pounds on the front squats. This is not front squats, this is back squats. This is front squats. I sincerely apologize to anybody who's been watching me today. I am not a very good host today. All right. Music is not loud enough. I know I have a bad habit of making music too loud. I think that should be good. Is that good? Everybody watch. One person here. Anybody? Alright, so we did 0 pounds, 30 reps. We are going up to 10 on that next time. Alright, so cable kickbacks going to the machine here. I got my ankle weights on. I'm talking too fast, it's making me out of breath. Alright, so cable kickbacks. We did 10 pounds on the machine, going to 15. That's 15 pounds resistance per leg. So, resistance is not exactly the same thing as actual weight. Like light bulbs, where you have a 60-watt light bulb, and these are the equivalents of 60-watt light bulbs. Because wattage only applies to regular output, I guess, light output, and the LED diodes, light emitting diodes, HIV virus, human deficiency virus, AIDS syndrome. Yeah. All those acronyms, people throw the last thing on there. Anyway, so yeah, the only thing I don't like about the resistance machines is that if you don't get a full range of motion, you don't get the full bend. So you feel like, oh yeah, I can do like 300 pounds of resistance on this because the bars are only bending this far because you only got to move maybe this far. But if you got to move those bars, all the way out, those bars are going to start to curl. You're not going to get that 300 pounds resistance off that same exercise because now they're curling all the way. So from here to here, it really isn't even anything. Here to here, there's more. And down to here, there's a hell of a lot more resistance there. So that's the downside. With this, it's a consistent weight up and down. The whatever you're doing over here is consistent. But I can't get this to sit right when I do this. Besides, I want to come out here for a full swing on those. Whenever I do these here, the cable keeps coming off the wheel, and I got to keep adjusting it back on the wheel. It doesn't really do, and I'm like, the nice thing about this one is that these wheels rotate freely. So if the cable moves wrong, the wheel goes with it, and it stays on the wheel. Same thing with these ones here. So I'll give it that. That has a great setup for that. So I can throw my legs around, my arms are where I want to, and the cable's not going to come off fully. And again, if you got ankle weights, those work just fine for this as well. I was just really wishing I could have done all this on here. So I could just put this thing away. And then I could set up when I get them, my seated calf raise and my standing calf raise routines over here. Alright, so this is fast. I said 15, doing 15. What I got on there right now, 15. so 15, 30 reps. Take it up to 20 pounds next time. Alright, so leg abductors. Again, that's the outer swing. It's 10 pounds. Doing 10 pounds again. This is going to be a lighter one for pretty much anything. So you know. Alright, so start the right side, this is this one. See how that turns? Alright, that one's going to stay the same. That's going to stay at 10. I don't care. Let's stay in there. I'm wondering if the reason why the cable kept coming off the wheel on that isn't just because my leg was moving weird. What if I only had to get that light weight, super light weight on that? So it wasn't enough to pull the cable back straight. If that's the case, when I get to a little higher weight, I might try to get on that machine so I can finally put that thing away. But I do have room for my seated and standing calf raise machines over here, if and when I get them. Maybe. And that way they're all in frame. So I could put some over here. I have to put all you guys on a pivot. Pivoting like a caddy, whatever they call it, lazy Susan thing. Turn you guys that way. Or that way. put over here too. I have to clean all this stuff. This is a mess. There's a dresser, there's box springs, microwave, there's tools, lampshades, sheets, magazines. It's a mess. My drum set over here. Tables, end tables, coffee table, TV stand. Stuff. There's stuff everywhere. And when you're on Twitch, you can see there's shit over there. I have too much shit, too much clutter. I'm not hoarding stuff, I'm just too lazy to throw shit away. Adductors. So, abductors, adductors. Adductors. Inner thighs, this way. So you're going inward, as opposed to going outward. So, good way to think about abductors, abs, hip flexors, hips, abductors. I don't know. That's just how I think about it. Abs, your hip flexors, do your hips, abductors. And then adductors is just the opposite. Ab. Ab is outer, ad is inner. I don't know. Probably some Latin shit. Alright, so the adductors. I did 15, we're going to 20 this time. Now, just so you know, all the adductors, just because I'm anal, I have to do half of them this way, and half of them this way. Just to let you know, it's easier this way than this way. This way seems to be like pulling more of just your leg. This way seems like you're like full, I don't know. But it feels a little different, so I think it works a little bit different, so I do it that way. Same reason on the skull crushers, when I pick up the weight, obviously on the smaller weights, obviously, the big fat weights, you're going to have your hands spread out more, but overlapping like this, my left hand up here, I have to do half of them like this. Half of them like this. If you pay really close attention when I do the ab jam video, when we do the laying down the crosses and zigzag, she says, alright, take it up a little bit higher. I can't go higher, I'm fat. But instead of going right to left, I switch left to right. Is that an OCD thing? Do I have a problem? Is that like a mental issue? Or is it just because I'm like, I don't know. I have to have a mental issue because I'm talking to nobody. Alright, so inner thighs. I do my right leg first. How I remember that make sure I get both sides, but I always do the right side first. That way I know, when I go back and talk too much, I know that I only did one side. Plus, that's just how I like to do it. Alright, so, going to my foot down, I said 20, going 20, put another, I like to switch it straight. Alright, so, and make sure I don't smack myself with those things. What am I doing? I said right leg, so here's my left leg on it. Wow. Inner thighs is the outer foot, outer hook. Outer thighs is the inner hook. Alright, so I like extra swing. The extra pull here, as opposed to what I get on there, where it's just, you can see what I mean about the distance here. It doesn't really move very far. If I come out here, Honestly, I don't think I can do that. That's too on there. What? Yeah, I can. This is where. Yep. Switch. You can do it that way. Or you can just do it in front, or you can just do it behind. There's my hook. Alright. That's the problem. I can't stand like this. Over here. Alright. Again, I apologize for my procrastination on everything today. Seriously. It's not fair to anybody who's actually trying to watch and or follow along. Everybody's trying to follow along. Alright, 20 pounds, 30 reps. Going up next time to 25. Barbell hip raises. So I gotta get set up now. I remember what I said last time. I kept putting the weights behind it. Kept pulling the bench out and putting weights behind it to keep from sliding backwards when all I had to do that. However, I do need my platform because I need to raise my feet up just a few inches. Give myself a better, a little more level arch, I guess. Right up, arch. It says arch. Now that I do need to brace. That'll slide. Okay, so we did 10 pounds last time, empty 10-pound bar. And we're doing the same empty 10-pound bar this time. See how quickly I can get through this? I don't sit there and talk to you for an hour. Ugh. Oh, right there. Alright, I know where we're at. Do that. Alright, so barbell hip raises. I'm short, so I need to raise my feet up a little bit. So I have more of a flat bridge, arch position, whatever. It doesn't feel right if I don't have it up. So if I had a shorter bench, I wouldn't need the platform. So anyway, so it's just literally what it says. Barbell, hip raise. That's it. However, this needs to go out further. It's not out far enough. It would have been if it would slide back a little bit. That should be good. So what happened? 4? Oh, that's much better. Yep. Yep. Now you can see I got a nice bridge. It's stuck under my fat. That's embarrassing. Woo! Okay. That is definitely staying at 10 pounds. Next week. Yeah, but kind of on my talking, this will take about 15-20 minutes after my warm-up, obviously. All right, let's put this shit away. The ideal spot for me to do my donkey calf raise. Just like I said with the rest of them. Just like the barbell hip raises where I had to get the platform, make sure I had a flat bridge when I came all the way up. That's where I need to put the bar to make sure I'm as horizontal, parallel to the floor. When I'm here, where I have my toes all the way up. Alright, so, to be honest with you, I could probably get away with not using any weights on that. But, this is the one exercise I did the first week that I said, nope, we're taking the weight down. Everything else I was like, we're either staying the same, or yeah, we need to go up. And then last week, I took it down, expecting that I was going to go back up, and I'm like, nope, it's staying there. So, this is donkey calf raises with the dip belt, with a 5-pound weight hanging between my legs, using both legs, not a single leg, and still burns. So, again, doing 30 reps in one time, it's going to do that with lighter than you think it's going to be. With lighter weight than you think it would do. Okay, so feet up there. Last exercise, 5 pounds, 30 reps. I don't know what I'm talking about. Now this one, like I said, you want to try to keep it just a bit over your buttocks. So it hangs in the right spot. You gotta be careful, like if you're using heavy weights, you don't let it fall off. So your best bet is to hold it where it needs to be as you walk over, and as you bend over, make the adjustment so it's where it needs to be. Because if it's up here, it's not going to do as much as it is right here. And I don't want to hear any weird-ass jokes about that. Believe me, I already thought about it in my head. So, whatever. Alright. So, I still don't think I'm right. I should mark the floor. There we go. That's what I want. Is that right? Yep, that's about right. Alright, so hopefully I was doing that right. The key to that one, you're done, music goes off. I'll be yelling. The key to that one is to make sure that you are going up, not this way. So you want to make sure you're at as much close to an L shape as possible. It's falling down. So yeah, you want to make sure when doing that, you don't want to be going this way. You need that hyperextension here. And then go straight up, like that. That's the key to doing those properly. That goes here. Goes here. There. This goes back up here. Workouts are done for the week. I need to write this down. 5 pounds. We're doing 5 pounds again on that. 30. I'm out of frame in whatever the hell it's called. YouTube. Alright, so we're going up on the front squats, going up on the cable kickbacks, going up on the leg adductors. It's the inner swing. And then we're staying the same on the abductors, the barbell hip raises, and the donkey calf raises for next week. Okay. Guess what I just found? It was on the inside, not the backside. So here's my chart. So, yay. So let's just say I'm gonna go over your max rep is 300 pounds. 70% of that would be 210 pounds. You know, so if you're doing 8 to 10, if you don't have anybody to spot you to make sure, or even spotter bars, okay. And again, I'm going to recommend that if you are trying to figure out your max rep, you either have a spotter. You have a spotter. Period. All right. On anything that's going to crush you, if you don't have a spotter, I would not trust the spotter bars on anything that you can't have any control over at the end. So you here, whoa, and you down, you can't get it back up. I wouldn't really trust those. Okay, I trust these more for near failure, okay, than I do for full failure. However, they do hold the weight just fine. I've had 300 plus pounds on this bar, on these doing my seated calf raises. So they do hold the weight, but again, if you're gonna try to figure out your 1 rep max by actually doing your 1 rep max, you should have a spotter, period. And I would highly recommend doing it at a gym where there's other people, just in case something happens. There are trained professionals, at least somewhat, who know how to do things and take care of things and call 911 instantly if there's an issue. So, yeah. So I would definitely recommend, if you're going to try to figure out your 1 rep max by doing the 1 rep max, do it at a gym with a spotter. Okay? Now, that being said, if I am correct on my assessment, which I can look at my chart here, actually. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Okay, so so at 80%, because on the wide lat pull down, now this is again resistance I'm looking at here, but I did 100 pounds of resistance on the wide lat pull downs. I did 3 to 4. So that's obviously not my 1 rep max. My 1 rep max is a little bit higher than that. But 70% of your 1 rep max should be about where you're doing 8 to 10. And for me, that was probably about 85 pounds. So my little chart here, if I come down to my 70% and I find 85 pounds, my 1 rep max on that exercise should be roughly about 120. So you can figure out your 1 rep max roughly by what you go to near failure or failure on an 8 to 10 rep set, or even less. You just have to know roughly what your percentages are going to be. So if I remember correctly, 70%, which is what it looks like, because I started with 90%. So here's a good example. The reverse lat pull downs. 90 would be 90% because I did 3. 80 would be 70. I did 11. 60 I did 15, and then 50% I did 20 or more. My thing was with this reverse pyramid. If I got to 20, I would just stop, because at that point I'm just going like this, and I don't need to go up to 30 on a reverse pyramid. So it should have been 13 to 15 is what it should be on the 12 to 15 on the 50%. The last set of the reverse pyramid should come out to be about 12 to 15. But my rule was if I got to 20, I would just stop on that one, because there's no point in me trying to go to failure on 50%. I'm just going to keep going. Probably hit about 30, 40, 45, 50 before I fail at that point. So yeah, that 70% was 11. So that's right about in the right range. So yeah, if you know what you can do to about failure or failure on an 8 to 10, 8 to 12, roughly 10 to 12, somewhere right about 10. That's 70% of your 1 rep max. Okay, and like I said, I have 6 weeks. 6 weeks of multiple exercises, not just resistance, but there's also deadlifts on here. There's everything that I did, I'm doing on these exercises on here. Just some of them are on that machine as opposed to this one. That's really the only difference. I did all the back exercises on that. So basically the three pull downs, and then the tricep pull downs. So 5 pull downs. So we did the wide grip lat pull down, the close grip, reverse grip, pull down, behind the neck pull down, and then the wide and close grip tricep pull downs. That's all we did on that machine. Everything else was free weights free weights. So I have 6 weeks of using this chart to prove that basically 90% was 3 to 4 reps. So the 1 rep max is it'll probably get you 1 to 2, which is really what your 1 rep max is anyway. Your 1 rep max isn't always going to be just 1, even though it says that. It could be 2. You could pop out 2. Because if you change the weight, you add 5 pounds to that, you might not even get it up once. So I believe 1 rep max is up to 2. But you can't do 2 easily, If you give it a second, you might be able to push that other one out. But you can't do any more than that. So, but you're probably going to be pretty close to failing on that second one. I'm about to put the wrong charts on here. This thing. Yeah, I pulled this off to change the day back to Monday. And I saw that. Sitting there trying to find that damn thing the whole time. Yeah. Again, that's the last day for exercises. Tomorrow is a stretch day. Stretch. Yoga-ish stretch. Meditation type stretching. Full body stretch. It's a once a week thing you should do. You don't have to do it once a week as long as you stretch before and after nicely. It's just I like to do the once a week stretch because it's kind of a conclusion for the week. That's why I like to do it. Plus, it's a good stretch if you get a good one. So I will decide if I'm actually going to use a YouTube video of my own stretching, or just pop back in. I don't know. I don't want to instruct people. I do, but I don't. I would feel that I would have to practice or write down exactly which stretches I'm doing and follow my chart until I know exactly where I'm at. Kind of script myself. But then again, that's what they do on the TV shows anyway. They script themselves. They practice, they rehearse these things, then they make their videos. That's probably why I don't want to do it, because I'm not rehearsed. I don't know. I could probably come up with my own warm-up cardio, but I know the last time I tried to do that, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do my own warm-up, and I ran in place, or I thought I lightly jogged in place, but I had no structure to it. I didn't turn on any music. I just kind of just started doing this, and about like 30 seconds into it, I'm like, ugh. So I wasn't like pacing myself, so I don't want to pace you guys. Even though I should pace you guys better than I'm pacing you on the workout. If anybody wants to follow along. You know what I should do? I should make one workout video of all the exercises and just edit it. Say, alright, so we're going to do 1 set of 30 on this. Lightweight, just do it. And then just edit. All I got to do is edit what I have. That's really all I got to do. Just edit them down. Then I can actually make a coherent workout video. And then when I do the 2 of 15, do the exact same thing. And the 3 of 10, do the exact same thing. And so on and so on. Probably going to eventually do that. Make a coherent video. That's not me a bunch of stopping and talking. Honestly, instead of doing my recovery week with the Turbo Gym videos, I could just do one more week, but drop the weight again back down to the first week. You know, and just make a video without stopping. But you know I'm not going to do that, because I'm just going to keep stopping and talking, because that's what I do. Alright, anyway, I'm done talking. There's nobody here watching me anyway. There is nobody here. I had one viewer, and I talked to him. There is nobody on TikTok, and there is definitely, I don't know when Amber joined, but hi, if you're there, hi. Obviously nobody on YouTube, because it's not broadcasting to YouTube. Alright, so anyway, wrapping up my spiel. Week 3 is not quite done. We have a stretch tomorrow, but the workout portion is done, which puts us halfway through the first 6 weeks. We have 2 more weeks of working out on this with the 1 of 30, and then we go to the recovery week, and then after that we jump to the 2 of 15. So same workouts, nothing changes. Same workouts, same days. The only thing, same number of reps. Just we're increasing weight and splitting the workout into 2 sets. So instead of 1 of 30, we got 2 of 15, which obviously, like I said, requires added weight. So if we're doing a 20-pound bar, and 20-pound bar feels like I need 5 more pounds to do 1 of 30, that means the 2 of 15 gives 10 more pounds. Or if I feel like a 20-pound bar is perfectly fine to do 1 of 30 next week, just like these ones I'm not adding. So just like the back to today, since that's what we're focused on today. So just for example here, front squats, I'm adding weight to the 1 of 30. If I was going to go to 2 of 15, I would add twice the amount of weight. So instead of just adding 10 pounds, I would add 20 pounds. And then Conversely, the abductors, where I say I'm keeping the weight the same, yeah, I'm keeping the weight the same for 1 of 30. If I was going up to 2 of 15, I would take the weight up 1 increment. So I would take that from 10 to 15 on the 2 of 15s. Hope that makes sense. I'm sure it will later when we start doing it. Alright, anyway. YouTube, Instagram is off. TikTok, Twitch, all the same username. My TikTok is my main account, so if you would like to communicate with me, questions, concerns, comments, you want advice, you want to give advice, whatever it is, you want to troll me, you want to make fun of me, you want to be a Jimmy, please jump on my TikTok, use the Q&A feature, or make a comment on one of my videos, and I will respond with a video reply. Easiest way to do that. You can also leave a comment on the YouTube videos as well. Those are the 2 places that I will be communicating with. If you comment on my videos, my lives, while I'm doing it, I will do my best to respond to you if I can. Considering how much I talk, I should not have a problem doing that. Even though I should avoid doing that and avoid talking like I did today, so I can get my workout done and then talk afterwards. Leave some time afterwards for chit-chatting. Or even maybe a little bit of time beforehand chit-chatting. As long as I get the workout done in a timely fashion, that would be great. Anyway, I don't really use Twitch other than broadcasting, so if you've sent me a message or something, I don't know how I get those or not. I'm sure I'd get a notification saying I got a message if there's ways to message people on there. I know there's a chat room. I'm not sure if that's only active if I'm actually in the chat room. TikTok, obviously know how to work. Instagram, I do, but like I said, I mostly just post my artwork and some other shit. Like, I used to sell cars, and I used to wear ties every day because I chose to. I like doing it. I did different tie knots every day. I had like 100+ ties, and then I would do a different type of tie knot every day at work, and I would take a picture and post those. And then there's a few other random pictures of me and my kids and stuff on there. Yeah, so leave comments on the YouTube videos. It's great. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, share, follow on whatever your platform of choice is. I'm not telling you can't communicate with me on different versions of this, different apps. You can. I will do my best to respond to it, but for the best experience, the best chance of the best, you know what I'm saying. I'm always on TikTok. Always. If I'm not making videos, I'm watching videos. If I'm not working or doing something else, but I'm constantly on TikTok. So the best way to get a hold of me is through TikTok, but I will do my best to make sure I'm as active as I can be on all of these. So, yeah, Fitness Journey playlist on TikTok and on YouTube. Same videos will be in both of those, and then the workout videos will obviously be in their own playlist on YouTube. So, that's it. I'm done. Bye-bye.